this is your reading for Monday the 29th of August. Wow, we've got all water on this day. Interesting. The first card is the Seven of Chalices. In the Thoth Tarot, this card is dissipation. It's too much of a good thing. In this deck, it represents different options, dreams that are up there in the sky, and being less than practical. So you may go into this day with your head in the clouds, literally, focusing on the things that you want for yourself out of life. Social acclaim, wisdom, security. You're not focusing on the real events of the world. You're in your own little world. You're thinking about what could be. So you're totally focused on yourself. You're being inconsiderate. You're only interested in what can happen to you, what good you can bring into your life, and you're really missing things in the outside world. So it's like this kind of dragon here in the water. You don't really see the head. It's under the surface somewhere. We don't really get the whole picture. So really be clear that you may be a bit fuzzy in the morning. You may be operating in fantasy land a little bit. And, you know, if you're doing a job or if you're going about your day-to-day business, if you're not paying full attention, you can make mistakes. So just be clear that if you're doing something, you give your full attention to it and you brush away the fog, you know, the mental fuzziness. Very important. The next card is the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Cups is someone who's emotionally shut down, who's trying not to feel his feelings. In this deck, it's beautifully animated because he's actually drinking. Drinking is the easiest way to disconnect from your own feelings. It's in reverse, so you're feeling your feelings intensely. You're almost in your own little world of the emotions, of the feelings. So the people taking a lot of practical action today, you aren't going to do as well because you're much more focused on the nebulous side of life. The people who are doing intuitive, creative work on this day, this is an amazing start to the week here because you can really tap into your imagination, into your dreams, into your intuitive resources, and you can really bring something to life. So if you do have the luxury of not having to go to work this Monday morning and you have the ability to structure and shape the day you want, please include a period of creativity or production because you're very much aligned with your feelings. It's also a wonderful time to do counseling or therapy work on yourself if you have a faulty belief that you haven't quite been able to put your finger on and it makes your life more difficult. It's really good to get in touch with your own feelings, to examine them, to look at them, and to get to a place where you can release negative, faulty thinking. If you're in recovery, if you're in a 12-step program, this is a wonderful day to do inventory work, to do your step 4, your step 10, to really look at your part in things and to go in deep. The final card is the Ace of Chalices in reverse. Ace of Chalices is a beautiful gift from the universe. It's imagination, creativity, love, all of the positive things in life, and really being presented to you in abundance and the cup running over because there's so much positivity and love there. Okay, so that is in reverse. So what that means is you're not just meant to take these positive feelings and sit there and be blissed out and just get in touch with the feelings. I really get the sense that it's important to take some sort of action today with these feelings. Water flows, you know, water is very flexible. It keeps on moving. Keep on moving in a direction that feels positive, that feels like you're choosing something, you're getting more clear on what you're doing, you're being specific. Inner work is great. If you're in the real world, be careful that you don't slip into your own emotional self and that you very much focus on the task at hand and that you don't get caught up in your own dreams and feelings and desires. You know, if you're doing neither, if you're just going about your business on this day, really be careful. You may be overly sensitive. You may look into things too deeply. Your emotions are at the very top of your being. Everything will be taken personally. You will feel everything intensely. And the way to make the most of this day is to tap into your feelings and do something creative with them. If you don't have that luxury, then keep them in check and be aware that you might overreact to situations that don't necessarily please you, or situations that aren't all about you, or things that are challenging. Your emotions are really interfering in that a little bit. Again, you can use the intuitive side to get information. So if you're around people, use this to get intuitive messages, to be an empath, to feel what other people are about, but don't get stuck and lost in all this water world of feeling and emotion. So just discipline is the key here. 7 and 4 is 11, and 1 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 is about expression in numerology. So express your feelings, especially writing, some sort of creative way of getting them out, and getting a greater insight. That's the best way. But if you are in the real world, expression about your feelings, how would that look? I really don't think that it's appropriate if you're in a business meeting and someone says something and you raise your hand and say, actually, I think that was a mean remark that made me feel bad. Don't express your feelings too freely if you're in some sort of practical situation, because there is a tendency to be overly emotional and to read into things too much and to express yourself overly emotionally. Okay? So just be aware of that. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.